A new Nanos poll looks at ballot support for Canada's political parties, and here to break it down, the man himself, Nik Nanos, Chief Data Scientist at Nanos Research. Nik, good morning as always, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Roger.
Okay, let's talk parties right now. PCs have dropped. When was the last time we saw that?
Well,
don't say last month.
But Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives have been riding a roller coaster, positive roller coaster if you're a Conservative. You know, they're still at 42% nationally, which is an excellent score. And, you know, the Liberals are at 26. Roger, if you remember, they've had upwards of a 20-point advantage. Now it's a 15 to 16-point advantage. But, you know, the reality is that when we look at the numbers, you can see that at least that, you know, that's still there. And on the preferred prime minister front, you know, Pierre Poilievre still way ahead, 37. He's unchanged in the last 4 weeks. Justin Trudeau, 22%. Up 3 points. That's kind of on the cusp of the margin of error, and Jagmeet Singh back at 16 points.
But they're interesting. Trudeau and Singh are both up, but Poilievre is only down slightly. Where'd those numbers? Where'd they steal from?
Well, you know what's interesting is that on that front, what we saw was the People's Party down, and also a little bit of a wiggle on the Bloc and the Green Party. But when you look at the big national numbers, you can see the Conservatives at almost 42%, the Liberals at 26, NDP at about 19, with the NDP and the Liberals up and the Conservatives down. But you know what, Roger, any way you cut it, I feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. You remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Wake up, you know, you're punching the clock, and yeah, Conservatives 42, still ahead by a significant margin. So, you know, for Pierre Poilievre, he's probably looking at it. Liberals might have a little bit of hope, but still too early to tell whether this is a new trend.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still we're a lifetime away from a possible election right now. So nobody can take it super serious. There's no guarantees in politics, is there?
Yeah, is it kind of like dog years, Roger? Kind of elections? I don't know, but yeah, it's a far way off. Kind of like the opening for Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, an election far, far away, right? Okay, let's get to the issues. What are Canadians talking about and thinking about?
Well, what we're seeing is an increasing number of Canadians are focused on inflation as the top national issue of concern, up a full 4 percentage points. Jobs at 12, down 2, healthcare at 10, environment at 9, housing at 9, debt and deficit at 5, down a little bit. But, you know, what's interesting about inflation is that in the coming week, we're probably going to hear from the Bank of Canada as to what's going to happen with interest rates. You know, some of the signals is that there might be downward pressure, about 25 basis points, and probably speaks to people being squeezed on the inflation front, because that's the top national issue of concern.
And that's what everybody's been watching, right? They want to see the inflation. It's amazing how you become aware of things when it has such a huge impact. If your mortgage rates are waiting for the inflation levels to come down to a point, you want to see it drop a little bit and get it under control, right? So
yeah. And if you're the Liberals, think of it this way. If it was going up, it'd be politically bad news. If it stays the same or goes down, people will probably be okay a little bit. But hard to tell whether this will actually convert into any difference on the ballot numbers, because, you know, the Liberals have been in power for quite a long time.
All right. Nik, we will talk to you next week. Thank you as always for your insight.
Take it easy, Roger.